Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Let's play some daily games. Today is February 27th, 2026. It is Friday. We are going to start with Wordle number 1714 first. Alright, let's choose a starting letter from this letter generator. Generate them. X. Oh, yeah, we don't have that many, right? Okay. I know, I can't remember, was it Dugong, I think, mentioned, or was it Please Breeze? You mentioned the X words that were still hadn't been used yet. Apparently there are no longer any other, hold on. Let me just try to Google this. X words not yet used in Wordle. Let's try to look for that. Well, I'm saying that X, that's fine. You know what? I'll just do something that has been done before in that case, since we're saying those are the words that have been done before. Okay, fine. Let's go to something with an X then. X. Oh. Any X starting words? That's interesting. I don't think there are any words that start with X. Nope, nope, nope. These are all words with X, but don't start with X. I could do like xenon or something like that, or xylo. Oh god, xylo again. Salt, vaccine, helix. Okay, I'll do xenon. Because xenon's a gas, right? So that should be a valid word, I think. Isn't it a gas? Something like that. Well, it's not an X. Well, now it's dealer's choice, so I'm gonna just do whatever I like then. What should I do? Shark maybe, or how about wharf? Or dwarf? Do we do that? Okay. Huh. All right. Kind of glad I did do the D then. Call me a D there, but it would be duty. Nope. Dougie Dilly Dumpy. Nope. Dusty. Kind of like Dusty actually. Let's just do that. Not the answer, but it is an ending in Y word. Okay. So it has to be D I something. Yeah. It's gonna be D I something Y. I think. Dippy, Dicky, Diggy. Ooh, okay, well, I'm thinking either Dizzy or Divvy, Divvy. But I'm leaning more to Dizzy, to be honest. Or should I do an eval? Dilly, I don't think Dilly is a word, nor Diggy, or Dicky. Dim. Oh, dimly. I quite like that as well. Dimly, like dimly lit. It's really good. So dimly, Dizzy, Divvy. Should I do dimly? I really quite like dimly, to be honest. Let's try it. Oh, it's not dimly. Okay, I think it's dizzy then. Okay. Thank goodness. Oh, so it was dizzy, but I just couldn't put down dimly. I just really like that word because I think I love the idea of like two different letters as opposed to like, everybody's typical thinking of it's gonna be the same, same consonant here, like double consonants, but I was like, repeat letters, but I was like, oh, dimly sounds really good though. I don't know if it's been done before. Let's check. It hasn't. It hasn't been the answer before, which is interesting. I definitely think it could be the answer one day, because, right, why not? Dizzy. Is it a brand new word? It is. So dizzy is also new. It is a brand new word. Okay. Just for fun, let's just check. I think dwarf, yes, been the answer before. Okay. Dusty, I think, has to be the answer. No, Dusty hasn't been the answer before either. Okay, so these last three guesses were all totally new words, and I didn't know that. Interesting. Okay, let's go to Capel. Today's answer was dizzy. Xenon was not good. It's not helpful. 734 probable answers, really bad. And then I did dwarf. It's quite good actually, that one. I think 19 probable answers. So that D was, very very good. And then the Y, dusty. And how many more possibilities do we have? So 19 narrows down to 5. Okay, so we could have. Okay, so they list dilly as a probable answer, but I don't think so. Dimly or dippy, divvy, dizzy. I really do think it's, for me, it was down to 3: dimly, divvy, and dizzy. Because divvy is like sort of like to distribute, to divide up, right? Yeah, to divide, to share. That's what I was thinking of. I wonder if divvy has ever been the answer. Nope, it hasn't been the answer either. Okay. But yeah, I don't think dilly. What would dilly mean anyway? I think dippy is like like your personality. What dilly is one that is remarkable at setting. Had a dilly of a storm. I've never heard of that. Maybe this is more common in the U.S. I don't know. Dippy is like a yeah, adjective. Foolishness. Ah, okay. Oh, foolish. I thought. Well, I know there's like people say like hippy dippy, don't they? Hmm. Yeah, hippy dippy, wavy gray all over the map. But I didn't think that they meant foolish. I thought they just mean like yeah, because I was thinking like silly, like kind of like funny, rather than foolish per se. But okay, I guess it's foolish. So I learned something there today. So that's another four. For no, wait, it's not a four. It's a five. I forgot. Yeah, I kept thinking I had a four, but because of the gray, I kind of forgot. I totally blanked out xenon. So I thought I had a four. It's actually a five. But yeah, I wasn't in any really real danger because it would have narrowed me down to the answers I needed anyway. So Dusty, right, and then I did dimly. Pretty sure narrowed down to just three probable answers: Dippy, Dippy, and Dizzy. Again, I guess yeah, Dippy could be the answer. Hmm. So I guess if Dippy was the answer, I could have been I could have lost, and possibly if we really do think that Dippy and Divvy are potential. I don't know because you do feel a bit. I don't know how common they are. Would they be using those words? But yeah, so there might have been some danger that I could have lost. Potentially could have lost. All right, but I didn't. So we shall move on. I'm okay. All right, let's move on to connections number 992. Okay, great. Today, 16, we have Judas, Drill, Quality, Butterfly, French, Bench, Air, Ripple, Snake, Snowball, Trader, Manor, Domino, Printing, Impression, and Turncoat. Well, Turncoat and Trader, I guess, are the same thing. Judas, okay, Snake, so, people, characters who are to be, to betray someone, or things you call someone who betrays you. Or is it French what? French kiss, French fry, French no wait, I'm thinking Irish exit. Is it French exit? Is it some kind of exit? Okay, okay, snowball, domino, butterfly, and ripple, they're all kind of like effects, like one thing affects another, right? So they're all types of effects. Okay, so that's up here. Quality, manner, impression, and air. They're all the same thing as well, I think. And that will be press, I think. French press, bench press, printing press, and drill press. Remember that. So do I think would the press ones be the purple or the effects? That's the question, I guess. Hold on. Butterfly, ripple, domino, snowball. I think this is more likely the purple. I'm gonna try this one. Let's see. Go for red. Press. Okay. So then the effects could be the blue then. Butterfly, ripple, dominoes. Yeah, possibly. Then the other two being green and yellow. Let's try that. Aha, lovely. Chain reaction effects, what I said. Do I think the traders one is the green or Snake Judas Trader? I like this as the green, so we'll do that. Try that. Well, I mean, plus there are green snakes, right? So yeah. Hopefully this is the green. Nope, it's the yellow, so it's another not quite rainbow. Okay, quality air impression matter, the same thing, sort of just how someone kind of carries themselves, like their I don't know behave. No, I don't want to say behavior, but you know what I mean. Aura. Okay, that's a much better word, but I think I got the gist of it. Okay, so French press. What is that? What is a French press? That sounds kind of familiar. I know bench press is like exercise. French press is it to do? Oh, it really is about coffee. Ah, okay. There we go. Printing press, of course, a machine to print stuff. Drill press. I've never heard of that. Don't know. Is it also a coffee thing? Let's see, you do that? Oh, wait a minute. What do you do? Oh, woodworking. Ah, oh, that's what you call a drill press. Oh, I guess because it's got a drill thing, and then it goes into that. Ah, interesting. I've always seen this stuff. I never knew what this thing was called. So I learned something new there today. I learned a lot of like carpentry, woodworking terms from connections, like the dovetail thingy, which I never would learn unless if I hadn't played this game. Kinds of chain reaction effects, like you've heard of those like butterfly effect, which is like something about if a butterfly flaps its wings, and then like that could cause like a a hurricane in another country or something like that. And then dominoes, you've got those tiles that you can arrange and then like you knock one, and then it will knock the rest in a line or in the shape whatever you want. And then ripple is like a ripple effect, like you can visualize like a pond or something, and then you throw stone, and the ripple sort of like expands outward. So one small ripple becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And then snowball, of course, it's like snow. You roll it as it rolls down the hill or something. It gets bigger and bigger. It's a snowball. So that's sort of like when you've got a prize pot, and then like if you don't win, then it just rolls over to the next week. So it snowballs into the next amount, and they just sort of get bigger and bigger until someone wins, that kind of thing. Backstabber, Judas. I mean, this is from like the Bible. I would say snake is also from that element of like the idea of the snake or the devil in the form of the snake being the one that convinces you to betray, or like, so the snake has always been seen as like a sort of traitorous, and which is, it's quite sad. I mean, really, why the snake is such a bad rep. I mean, the snake is, I feel like, as with any animal. I mean, I don't see it as being more or less sly, but I don't know much about snakes. So maybe somebody else can correct me on that one. Traitor sister, yep, someone who betrays you. Turncoat, yeah. Although I don't remember what the origin of turncoat is. I mean, I know it's like a traitor, but is it something to do with any historical or any other like etymology, maybe word history? Right. Second 1566 meaning the meaning defined above. What? Let's see, turncoat etymology. I'm curious about this one. Etymology. Right, let's see here. There's like a, yeah, online etymology dictionary. Let's see. Hold on. 1246 is part of your principle. 1550 is from turn, which is from English in the sense of turn clothing inside out and coat. The images of turning one's outer garment to hide the badge of one's party or leader. Oh, okay, so I like it. So it's sort of like I'm going to another group right now, so I'm going to turn my clothes inside out so that you don't know that I'm actually with them. But I guess nowadays it wouldn't really work because you just look silly because it's very obvious when you've got your shirt inside out usually. So it's like, what are you doing? What are you wearing? So it wouldn't really work nowadays. But I like the idea of it, that being a thing back in the 1500s. Aura, air, impression, manner, quality. Again, just a way I think of someone's energy, how they carry themselves. That's what I would say. So there we go. Yeah. The price one could be a bit tricky. I mean, I feel like this is one of those that if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. Because I do feel like bench press, I think it's easy enough to think of. Drill press, I don't know how people know about this one because I don't work with wood, so I don't know. Bench press and printing press, I think, are the easier ones to get. Drill and French probably a little bit harder, unless you drink coffee regularly. Like I don't really do coffee, so but I have heard of French press, so that helped. And then the blue wasn't that bad. The rest were quite okay, so maybe it might possibly a 2 out of 5. I don't know. But the purple one I think is a little bit tricky. It might take a while for some folks to see that one. I think let's do a 2, nothing too harsh here. All right, so that was it. That was today's puzzles. Let me know how you did for Wordle and connections. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see